Hello everyone, this is Flametusk. Now we're looking at the plasma engine. This is Infinifactory Solutions episode 39, the plasma engine. This thing is a beast. Needs a lot of these, and I'll just start it. We need 2 of these for each output. I have an eviscerator in the back to put that hole in for these things. Now, from this angle, it may not look like it has to be centered, but it does need to be centered. I guess this is where the fuel is stored for the plasma engines. That weight's there. That welding is annoying. That rotates. And then a sensor. And 2 of these. And that to eviscerate the shape. And that drops onto this thing. Now this other, the bottom half of the fuel tank just goes here. No fancy logic needed. Yeah. I'll just so that feel free to pause the video, take a look at it. Alright. So this bit is, this goes over here and sits there. Well, this drops down and gets moved by that conveyor and rotated over here. Now, these 2 bits, these are the thrusters of the engine. These are what actually propelled the ship forward, I think. These don't actually get welded in until over here, which this is some crazy logic. It confuses me. And I made this, so... Yeah, so these get moved, and then how it's that these sit down there, so that this can get to the right spot, and that gets welded in the right spot. That doesn't matter, but yeah, that does not start connected, so that this all works, and so that it doesn't block the thing. And what I mean by block the thing is that if this was anchored, so that it was always at the same height, it wouldn't be able to move at all past here. So it needs to be able to do that, which also disconnects it from that, but it's already deactivated, so it doesn't matter. That retracts that, and has that drop down so that this can move over it. Rotate, rotate. And it just sits there, floating in the air. Sits there for that. Now, over here, this is probably a very inefficient way of doing this. These just go down there and drop down there. Needs to wait. Over here, it's the same thing except kind of in reverse, with instead of gravity there's a lifter and an upside down conveyor. And there's a thing there already. I don't like how I've had to use an odd number of things for each, considering that there's even inputs. I don't like that. So now that sensor retracts. Yeah, that sensor is connected to that, which doesn't matter because it just hits the eviscerator. And the eviscerator is for that bit right there. And it pushes the eviscerators out of the way so that they become, and there's a delay here, so what we're getting from here is actually 2 cycles of input instead of 1, causing that to activate 2 cycles in a row, causing it to laser whatever is between it, or causing it to get rid of whatever is between the eviscerators and the welder, or well, the laser and the welder. So it just pushes that out of the way, and yeah. The only reason I have this is because of the second output. This is also it's not the friendliest for frame rate. So I have all this welded down here. And also I have the top bit moving in that has it move. So now, you'll notice that there is this extra input before that, and then this input lands on top. This whole trap is just because of that one line, because now it all works. Now the solution, it all works. So there's an input, or there's an engine thing. Here's a engine casing thing, and welded in. So, I'll run the rest of the solution. Actually, I'll show you this bit, like this input here. It just does this. This bit, entirely desynchronized from the rest, probably part of what's throwing me off a little bit. But, I don't totally know. Also, this is confusing me. Wait, I don't understand. Oh, I think that's part of because of what causes that problem over there. Yeah. And then that has to wait there, and then it's there. I think the problem with the second output is because there's not one already there. It's the first time that it has to wait. Or something. So yeah. I could have probably there's probably so many ways I could have done this bit better, but I don't know. Oh yeah, the engines actually go partially through the output. Because it's fine to do that as long as it's not 100% in the output. So yeah, so it gets rotated twice there. And then it just floats up there, waiting to be caught. These go for here, floating so that they can be caught. And that drags it. And then that gets pushed there. And so this is pushing this. And then that gets pulled one more block. And then this thing happens. The rotations happen on this block. And then that corner. And yeah, this thing has a crazy huge footprint. I mean, look at this. Rotations, while they are very useful, add a lot of footprint. Here's the second last one. I'll turn off the footprint because I'll turn off the footprint because it is a bit of an eyesore. So then there's the last one. So also the big bottleneck is the construction of this. So in there goes the last output. So, pretty efficient on block score. Not so great on everything else. But that was Infinifactory Solutions episode 39, Plasma Engines. I hope it helped you, and I hope you all enjoyed watching it. This has been Flame Tusk, and farewell.